Yo, everybody, it's your boy, MasterBoris, here with another stream. Welcome to the channel, on the YouTube side of the game, and on the Twitch side of the game. Welcome. Thank y'all for tuning in. Some stuff we need to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Because I did not do a stream last Wednesday. I was super busy last Wednesday. My bad, I couldn't make it to, do the stream last Wednesday. But I'm going to make up for it tonight! Right now! So, there you have it. I mean, just, going by what I saw on Twitter, not too long ago about this game called Pragmata, which I really like this game, by the way. Capcom cooked making Pragmata, man. I'm enjoying it. I'm taking my time. I might do some backtracking. I like getting all the stuff in probably 100% the game. But then I was just like, you know what? I might as well just beat the game first and then just go back to it. Just beat the whole campaign. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to have like a new game plus after you beat it. But yeah, people are just being trolls and being dumb on the internet and stupid about, this Pragmata. People try to call guys PDS for liking the game because there's a little girl in it. But I'm seeing that, the main character of Pragmata, he's taking, Diana, which is the girl, the android, whatever, taking her as pretty much his daughter. You know what I'm saying? And I just have a feeling that, something bad is going to happen, man. Don't spoil it, please. I'm like right in the middle of the game. But, yeah, just people acting stupid. A lot of these gamers, these Western gamers, man, today, man, like I said before, guys, they don't play these games. They watch them and they use them. What I mean by using them is, they do it for content. They don't really enjoy the game as an actual video game. They enjoy what they can do by playing the game, using the game, by making money off of this Twitch joint or whatever streaming site they use. Mainly Twitch. I know there's people on YouTube, play games, but, that's why I kind of like stopped streaming games. Even though I've been doing it for the past 3 weeks, but before I didn't, stream last Wednesday, I just like to take the time to myself and play these games and enjoy them, without pressure, you know what I'm saying, instead of just doing it for the internet, and two, I don't have that much of an audience for me to just put more emphasis on streaming what I really want to play for content and doing it online anyway, so I can care less, of getting my feet on, off the ground and going higher and flying to the top with this, Twitch streaming stuff when playing games. Because, again, there's no pressure. And, I do see some improvements on the YouTube side. A little bit. Then again, I do feel I'm still shadow banned. Yeah. I really do think so. And, but there's still some progress. There's still some process in there, and thank y'all for rocking with me. I know people are letting me know, especially on the Instagram side of the game too, that they're not getting notifications on my videos when it's uploaded. Well, that's just YouTube, guys. That's not me. I know y'all turn the notification bell, but there's some people that don't even watch my videos on a regular, come into my videos and comment on my videos, and they're not subscribed. 85% of y'all, last time I checked. You need to subscribe now. Hold up. You need to subscribe now. Okay? I do a variety of videos here, man. I talk about everything under the sun for my own, source of entertainment, source of having serious conversations, and also spreading awareness of what's really going on out here in the world. No one is doing it like I am. Okay? You know, I'm not really, and I think that's the thing too. That's my problem. I'm not a one-trick pony like most of these content creators that just known for one thing. Don't have a, I can't stand this word, niche. You know, pretty much the niche is me. The creator himself is me. Okay, that's the niche. How about that? All right. How about that? I just feel like, you know, it's on purpose. It's by design. Like I said, what, 3 streams ago about YouTube, this platform, the game is rigged. They'll tell y'all it's rigged, man. You know, especially if you are quote unquote black content creator, you know, it's very rigged against you. You know. But we're gonna get to the topic at hand for tonight, you know what I'm saying? Enough of that. Just wanna like, you know, pretty much thinking out loud of what I want to say here. But yeah, we're gonna get to the topic at hand. So, you know, last week, there's an unfortunate, you know, untimely death of the lady by Ashlee Janae. I still haven't heard anything of the sorts when it comes down, you know, with updates of what actually really happened to her, because we all know, especially if guys and the ladies can put 2 and 2 together, we know what really happened. That Caucasian male deleted her. Okay? They deleted. And my thing is, now, very unfortunate. You know, I hope, you know, this girl's in a better place. You know, but I want to talk about the, you know, fatal ills that divestors are having this year right now. You know. Now, there's a video I did a couple months back about, and I showed y'all, and I showed y'all that, you know, Caucasian men themselves said they don't like it when quote unquote black women divest. They don't like black women that purposely try to get with Caucasian men just because they're Caucasian and they think everything is all right, and they think they can treat them better than their own men in their own community. They don't like that. They don't like traitors. They only use traitors. Okay? Those types of, you know, black women is the ones I'll be talking about on this channel, especially when they exhibit bad behavior. And they tell on themselves on the internet all the time. Look at all the stuff I did the past year. That's the only, mostly who I'll be talking about when it comes down to modern women. Especially divestors that don't give a crap about black people. Okay? That's mainly who I talk about. I don't talk about black women as a whole, because I don't know all black women. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a different sector of black women that don't have their best interests for themselves and have self-hating issues and believe the Caucasian man ice is colder. That's who I be mainly talking about. I'm talking about the ones that, you know, gives black women as a collective a bad name. Black people in general give them a bad name. You know, we got too many coons and handkerchief heads out here ruining the party for everybody. You know, impeding our process of greater heights. We need to leave them alone. We need to stop calling them, stop saving them. Stop trying to convince them that this way is the right thing to do because they're far from gone. They're beyond saving. You have to leave them where they are. They go, not just people within our community, anybody else that can get it too. All ethnicities. We have to leave them behind, man. Especially, they some self-hating, jealous creatures. Especially if they jealous of your success. So Divestor took some fatal L's as of late. As I'm seeing like news reports of quote-unquote black men are getting taken out by Caucasian women and men, because you know there's gay couples out there, and quote-unquote black women getting taken out by Caucasian men. For example, the Ashlee Janae situation that we talked about last week. You know, and it goes to show, and I saw her parents, and I saw the culprit, and probably she's probably at this is probably somewhat her fault that she probably died, was because the influence of her own mother. See, Ashlee Janae's father, both their parents, they're not together anymore. They moved on. They have new relationships with, their own their own significant others. They're not together anymore. Her father is with a sister, but her mother is with a Caucasian man. I saw the freaking news video when they was being interviewed by, an interview about, Ashlee Janae's death. Like I said, very unfortunate. This could have been easily avoided, but she was blinded by whiteness. Hate to say it. Not really trying to like speak bad on her, but it, like I said, you live by the sword, die by the sword. You can't just go out here thinking that in your mind that white is right, and your community, your men and within your race is not the wave. You can't think like that. Not all black people are the same. Not all black people are the same. And you don't have to shit on your own people just because you with a Caucasian person. You know what I mean? Especially this guy, that I have on the thumbnail. I forgot his name. He was deleted by his Caucasian woman girlfriend. Probably for the same thing. They do not like divestors. These Caucasian people don't like them. You see what's going on. They don't like traitors. They don't like when you destroy and shit on your own people at the expense of being with them. They don't like that. They find that very uncomfortable. And mostly you black women that want to divest need to realize that and get your own case of reality before it's too late. Before you become a hashtag. What's up, Shiji Khan? Before you become a hashtag like Ashlee Janae, she ain't have to die. She ain't deserve to die. But what caused it is being blinded by whiteness. Being blinded by, in a way, fetishization. They always say that, Caucasian people can fetishize, black people, but black people fetishize, Caucasian people too. Probably just as much as they do. A lot of cases where you got these people that are black men and that are black women doing the most for their Caucasian significant other and they end up paying for it in the end, in death. It's unfortunate. And I really try to like feel sorry for them, but I really can't, you know, especially if you doing it out of spite, out of malice. You know, not saying that Ashlee Janae was one of those ones, but there's evidence that could be out of spite and malice. But, you know, actions will show. You don't really have to say it. You don't really have to declare it online that what you're going to do or who you want to be with or whoever you hate. Your actions will show. Your actions will show. But you got some videos of you showing what you was doing. You know. Despite the fact that, you know, she was a video vixen. She used to be in rappers' music videos. But you know, and the crazy part about it is there's a lot of brothers. Well, I should say brothers because they might not be brothers. They might be coons themselves. That thinking that, you know, the Caucasian woman, these snow bunnies, ice is colder. There are, you know, guys that are black men are defending her. That she didn't do this out of spite as a revenge towards, you know, black men to get with a Caucasian man. And I'm like, dude, there was one particular video I saw on YouTube, I'm like, that was defending her. I'm like, dude, if you tried to approach her, she wouldn't give you the time of the day. Because she is so infatuated and so set on getting with a Caucasian man. I don't know why you defending her. Now, I would defend her in the fact that it was a suspected, you know, white supremacist that killed her. And it need to be dealt with. You know what I'm saying? You know, the police need to get involved. There needs to be an investigation. Like what's really going on? Like, he really set that up for them to go to out of the country to Zanzibar or whatever and do the deed there. Because he figured out he would probably get less, he probably won't get as much as trouble as he would if he did it here in America. Yeah, he did that joint, bro. I don't care what nobody say. I'm sticking to it. That evil Caucasian man, what's his name, John McCain, he did that to her. I don't think she hung herself. I don't think she was suicidal. Now, I understand brothers and anybody else defending her on that, but defending on her, you know, her preference while shitting on your own people, I can't get down with that. I can't get down with that. No. Like, like I said, like the dude that I saw yesterday talking about this whole Ashlee Janae situation, she wouldn't look at you at the time of the day, bro. I don't know why you... Now, I understand that you want to defend the truth and the facts, right? But those were not the facts. What you're saying is a matter of opinion. You know. Like I said, she wouldn't look at you. She wouldn't look twice at you, man. So I don't know why you're doing that, but I would defend her on the exception that she was done by her own, you know, significant other who happens to be Caucasian that she thrived to be with. Defend her on that regard because, you know, that was an untimely death. And it's wrong. It's messed up. It's really messed up that she had to go out like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, and also I'm tired of the hypocrisy too. Like, you know, like I said, when people defending her on her preference, while she is like making her home preference to be known online. Now, if she was a black man, it would not be the same energy. It would not be the same energy, and we seen that already from the guy that, you know, I have as my thumbnail with his Caucasian girlfriend, and the other dude that said he said he'd rather sleep with a dog than be with black women, which that's crazy to me. And he got unalived by his Caucasian girlfriend too. So it wouldn't be the same energy the way y'all are now FBI agents regarding to Ashlee Janae all of a sudden. Yeah. But you know, everybody got their own opinion. But I'm sticking to mine, and I'm sticking to what has been presented on the internet and what we know. Cause that's the only thing we can go by. You know, her family spoke out, and it seemed like it's just gonna come and go. You know what I'm saying? Like the other, you know, cases like this, and there's some cases that are like this is being unreported. There's people that don't even know, that never got any news coverage at all. And that's the scary part about it. You know, people have died by their significant others. Even though we're talking about divestors, we can talk about within their own race as well. And it's not reported. It's not being covered at all. You would never know about it. It's crazy. But back to divestors for a second as a whole. Enough with the Ashlee Janae stuff. You are really need to chill out and find yourself, and to find within your culture that you are the original people. You are the chosen one. Why the self-hate? Why the self-hate? Why are, and also we gotta stop calling each other the N-word. Tired of that, man. We got names. Those freaking Caucasians gave us that freaking term. G-A-E-R, it don't even matter. Because they don't want you to find value within yourself. I know there's people play it as a figure of speech to say the N-word, but you don't have to say it. You really don't. Just say my name, or give me another nickname or something. Just stop saying that, because that's setting us back. Like it's ignorance, and I can't stand ignorance. But anyway, they don't like y'all divestors, man. It's proof. I have proof. I did videos on it. Just because they are white in your eyes doesn't mean they're not a safe haven for you. And they let that be known too. Especially the videos I've done in the past, where all the girls want to like flaunt and show off their Caucasian boyfriend to the world. And they also recorded them when they're mad and they're on the verge to freaking delete your ass. Same with Caucasian women too, with their black boyfriends. Or their, brothers, with their significant. Then again, they're not brothers. Most of them are probably coons. I don't know which is worse. No, I will say um, black women that divest are the worst because they're the most loud. They're the loudest. Sometimes, black men that do divest, they want to keep it on the low. They don't want nobody to know they divesting. But, black women that divest, they're the loudest. They'll brag. They'll show them off on social media, and they've been on 3 dates. And all of a sudden they in love. They're the loudest. They're the worst. I say that because I've seen it. I used to work with black women that, would throw other black people on the bus to appease their Caucasian bosses. I experienced it myself amongst black women that will do that to their own people. That did that to me. Try to throw me under the bus so you can lick ass, with your Caucasian bosses. Tell them straight up, you ain't shit. Yeah, love who you love, man. Just do it the right way. Do it in peace. Like, whoever dates interracially, I don't care. I don't care. But don't throw your people on the bus and have black men in your head living rent-free talking about black men while they're around. Well, Caucasian men, or with anybody that is quote-unquote non-black. Stop doing that. Then again, they'll send you up to the upper room, dog. Cause like I said before, especially Caucasian men with some sense, they don't like divestors, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, they don't. They don't. Y'all need to realize they don't like traitors like that. Just be with them as they're regular people. They're humans, man. Not just because they're quote unquote white in your eyes. Because you believe everything is fine if it's white. That's your mindset. There's a lot of color struck, licking ass of Caucasian people, black folks. And you need to stay away from them because they will get your ass in trouble. They are beyond saving, man. Let them die by the sword. Let them die. Let them die by the sword. They think they so perfect. They can't do no wrong. And then even after other divestors hear that divestors dying, due to their Caucasian significant other deletes them, they still going. They are still going. One sister talking about on Twitter, she'd rather die by a white man than be with black men. Because black men are so terrible. I saw a clip of that yesterday. I don't know who she was, but she sounded Nigerian. She said she would rather die by a white man than be with black men. That's what she said. I'm like, man, and you see why brothers don't have respect for black women. And people are saying that black women as a collective are the least desired. And also, like, what would we be talking about here? What have we been talking about here? That black women that divest are getting deleted by their Caucasian boyfriends. Dude, they don't respect you either. Because how you act towards your own people. I hope, like, what? Do you get what I'm saying here? Again, for those of you that missed the stream, for those of you that are coming in, we're talking about divestors that believe that Caucasian ice is colder, that shits on their own people in their own communities, just to appease them, just to make them feel superior or not threatened by them and be in a relationship with them. And some of them are not making it to the point they can get into an argument and he or she gets mad and deletes them. And yes, there is a racial undertone with all this. Because y'all probably like, why you keep bringing up race? Why everything got to be about race? Because it is. They made everything about race. Racism, prejudice, and bigotry. That's what they made it out to be. Just because you having sex with them does not mean they're not racist. Just because you sleeping with them does not mean they're not racist at all. Because you have to understand, especially brothers, why do you think some Caucasian women want to be with you? And black women too. Why do you think some Caucasian men want to be with you? Because they don't like your kind and they doing it out of spite too. We got to talk about that angle. Because there are some Caucasian women, they want to be like, gotcha, I got a one up on you. He likes me more than he like you. Same with Caucasian men, but it's less with Caucasian men that think this way. It's mostly Caucasian women too. That think this way as well, because they be racist towards black women, and the Caucasian men be racist towards black men, and so they get with the opposite sex, each of them. I guess to even the score, I don't know. But yeah, it be that way. It be that way too. But for the most part, they don't like divestors. They don't. They don't like, people that hate their own race and want to appease them just because they are quote unquote white. Okay. I'm going to say it over and over again, and especially with videos that we talk about these divestors, so y'all can put it in y'all brains. Because there's a lot of things that's been said by me and also in other content creator, channels that commentates on relationships and stuff like that, and the dynamics of relationships and the dating market, that we say over and over and over again. That's because we want you to remember it. Because y'all have some short-term memory and probably have some short attention spans that y'all don't be learning nothing that we say. Or learning what people say to you, in the real world. That they're trying to tell you, they're trying to help you so you can navigate correctly and go through this thing called life. So I'm going to keep saying certain things over and over and over again until it's embedded in your brain. That's why I talk about, you know, the dating market, you know, modern women that consume out of garden of insanity, and fellas for y'all to avoid, passport bros, all of that. I'm going to keep talking about it until it's embedded in your brains. But some of y'all get it. Some of y'all don't need it. But the people that do, especially the men that do, because, you know, this is a men-centric channel, you got to understand. You got to be 10 steps ahead. You got to know things. You have to spread awareness for yourself and listen to others that knows more than you do, so you can like take heed and move accordingly. You know? Do all you can, because they trying to rewrite history. These evil racist Caucasian people, they trying to rewrite history, delete our history. They don't want us to have nothing. You know? They don't want us to have anything that's great. They want the black community, you know, quote unquote, you know, black people to not have nothing of substance. All they do is steal and create it as not create, just steal and thinking and take all the credit for everything. Not saying all Caucasians are like this, because there are some good Caucasian people in the world, but the racist and bigot ones need to be stopped. Especially they doing all this killing. In relationships, their own significant others, like, man, it's really tough. It's really unfortunate how you got family members have to go through that. I know people born and people die every day, but you know, the way how people die, it's messed up. It really is. And I feel bad for some people, you know, but you are here doing it maliciously, throwing people under the bus that look like you. I can't really feel sorry for you on that, man. These divestors are out of hand, and they're taking fatal L's in the process of doing that. I guess that's karma. Like I said, I'm just thinking out loud. And I'm just telling y'all, you know, what I've been seeing. What I've been told, and what I, you know, to look forward to avoid, so I don't have to deal with these problems. Because I know I said this in the video when I was talking about Ashlee Janae, but I was reiterating what one of my comments, somebody in the comments said about me making a lame excuse I'm not dating Caucasian women, because I told this story that, you know, I had a lot of Caucasian women were going. They were going for MasterBoris, okay? And I could have knocked them all down, but I didn't. And I never dated a Caucasian woman in my life. Because, you know, it was to the fact that, you know, what did I say? I said, because it was a sister that came to me and told me that you look like she said that I look like I date only Caucasian women. I was like, nah, I never dated Caucasian women in my life. You know, I had them as friends, but I never seriously dating them, never was intimate with them, never had sex with them, none of that, ever. I burst their bubble. And the crazy part about it is, and I forgot to mention this too. The crazy thing about it is, she was dating our Caucasian man. So these black women be mad at you for dating a Caucasian woman, but at the same time they dating a Caucasian man. Make that make sense. They want to shame you for dating outside your race, but they're doing the same thing. These divestors be tripping me out. See, I didn't know that until later on. Now, if I knew that the day she asked me, when she told me that, insinuated that I dated Caucasian, I only dated Caucasian women, I would have burst her bubble then. But at the time, I didn't know she dated a Caucasian man. I wish I would have knew that before, she started talking to me about that mess. But yeah, a lot of hypocrisy and a lot of fatal L's for divestors. I think y'all need to chill out and find value within yourself and who you are as, the original people, the chosen ones. The Stockholm syndrome has really kicked in on some of our brothers and sisters. It really kicked in. The indoctrination of that is overwhelming. We still got self-hate issues within our community. It's sad. But while y'all take care of that and try to save these types of people that don't deserve to be saved or beyond saving, I'm just going to live my life and do what I want to do. The black community is like 50 years behind, man. And in my opinion, I don't think y'all mad enough. I think y'all taking racism, these racially undertoned stuff, that Caucasian people do to us too lightly. Look who's running the White House, man. It's a reflection of how they feel about us, man. Like I said before, black people ain't mad enough for me. Especially what happened to, women and men, that got deleted by their significant others that's not even in their race. Police brutality. You got some of these evil Caucasian people do organ harvesting. I don't think black people is mad enough. I really don't. About what's really going on that's bad, to us in this world, man, in this country, bro. Because we are being treated unfairly as well. And I don't think the black community is mad enough. Y'all not tough enough. It's weak. That's just my opinion. Because anybody can just run up the black community with little to no consequences. That's what it seemed like to me. I'm just the outside. I'm just outside looking in. Protesting, that's not gonna be enough. You have to take some actions to the point where, oh man, they're really not playing with us. That type of action. You gotta be diplomatic, man. You can't let nobody bully you of what you're not gonna do or what they tell you gotta do. You cannot let anybody bully you. That goes within our race too. Cause man, I as of today, I just feel like the black community, it's not strong enough. We're not mad enough. We're not. We always want to be forgiving. We always want to be forgiving. You know, amongst people that don't look like us, but we'll eliminate each other for the most pettiest things. We got smoke for the most. We got smoke within the community for the most pettiest shit. But y'all ain't got no smoke for people that don't look like us, that don't understand our culture, that don't understand how we roll, how we live, that don't even understand the nuances of things. And that's the thing too. Have the concept of nuances. Have the concept of being on code. That's it. I don't want to talk about this no more because I'm going to get passionate and I'm going to get really mad. I don't even want to talk about this no more. So I'm going to move on. What else we got? Let's see. We got this right here, y'all. We're going to talk about some video game stuff. Street Fighter 6. I saw another leak for Season 4 DLC of Street Fighter 6. And I'm going to show you what has been leaked. Here we go. So, what we have here and I'm just now noticing the hashtag Summer Game Fest is at the top right corner. So they're going to reveal this at Summer Game Fest. And they leaked it already. But I still feel that this is fake. Now, if this stream video gets taken down, and plus I'm going to be mad about it, because I've been through this rodeo before, then it's true. So I'm willing to risk it this time, because I have other plans I'm planning on doing, especially you know, the stuff that I'm going through with my project that I got coming up. I'm willing to risk it. So, yeah, we got Vega, Goken, Mike Hager, and Tifa. I want to talk about Tifa for a second. I don't understand, or I don't know where it came from with this whole Tifa obsession. This obsession of Tifa being in Tekken. I don't know where that came from. I don't know who started it, but it is whack to me for her to be on Tekken. If anything, Tifa should be in the new Dead or Alive. Because it will be a circle back moment for her to be on Dead or Alive, you know, because of the Dead Fantasy that's been made by the late Monty He made Dead Fantasy where it featured Dead or Alive characters and Final Fantasy characters going at it. It's a really great animation. Y'all need to check it out if you haven't. But I remember that YouTube video of Monty rest in power, made that animation. It was so unreal at the time. And it probably still is unreal to this day if you go and watch it and find it on YouTube. So it'll be a circle back moment for her, and it'll be rightfully so for her to be on Dead or Alive. I'd rather for her to be on the new Dead or Alive game than Tekken. We already got enough Final Fantasy characters as it is in Tekken. Clive is enough. We don't need no more Final Fantasy characters in Tekken. Heck, if Y'all putting all these Final Fantasy characters in these different fighting games. Man, make a Air Guys. Another Air Guys. Dream Factory. Like, get with those guys and make another Air Guys, God Bless the Ring. You know what I'm saying? Or make another Dissidia. No, I'm not counting that one that came out on the mobile. Square Enix, that was dumb for you to release that on mobile. You should have released that on home consoles. Yeah, make another Dissidia, bro. Like, just do that. But for her to be on Street Fighter, that's crazy, though. That's crazy. Now, Mike Hagar. Okay? The GOAT of fighting game wrestling. Mike Hagar! I had to do it one time for y'all. I ain't done that in a long time. If he's in this game, y'all in trouble. I'm definitely coming back to Street Fighter 6 for real. Because I play it, I dibble and dabble with Street Fighter 6 every blue moon, but I'm not fully into it. Or fully into any fighting game for that matter. I don't have the fighting game spirit right now. I'm not tournament ready. I'm not casual ready. I'm not even like sparring ready. I'm just focusing on other games right now. RPGs mostly. But like Mike Hagar in this game, y'all in trouble. I'm probably going to be a little more devoted to Street Fighter 6. Because there has not been any Final Fight characters in Street Fighter 6. At all. I mean, we in Metro City. Come on. There got to be at least one Final Fight character. A character that resides, that is from Metro City. Cody, Guy, Mackie. They even got Carlos Miyamoto as an NPC. And they even put him in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Like, make Carlos Miyamoto a regular character, bro. But Mike Hagar? Oh, yeah. Because he taught Zangief everything he knows. That was Zangief's trainer, Mike Hagar. Where do you think he learned his moves from? The Lariat. You know what I'm saying? All those slam moves. That's Mike Hagar. But I feel like he will probably have some revamped moves and moves that he had, you know, like in Final Fight Revenge, the Violent Axe, and they also put that move in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 when he was in it. Yeah, Mike Hagar. Yeah, I mean they have a stadium named after him in the game. Some people say Mike Hagar is dead. I don't remember that to be true in regards to Street Fighter 6 lore. But where is it that y'all see that Mike Hagar is dead? Just because they have a statue of him doesn't mean that he's dead. Please enlighten me about that. You know, y'all, how do y'all know that Mike Hagar is dead? And then you got Goken. No. I do not want Goken to be back. We got Ryu, Ken, and Akuma. Like, what would he would do that's better than Ryu, Ken, and Akuma at this point? Like, what would he do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was surprised that he was in Street Fighter 4. You know what I mean? Because in the lore, it said that Akuma did destroy him. He was killed by Akuma. But no, he was alive. He barely got out of that 1,000 deaths. You know. But what can Goken do that Ryu, Ken, and Akuma can't? We don't need another Shoto. So he's like, from all, even though I don't like Vega, but I'm going to tell you, like, if you notice a pattern with these DLCs, you notice that the boss characters or in every season from Street Fighter 2. Akuma was first. Bison was second. Now Sagat third. And Vega is going to be in the fourth season when it comes down to characters of DLC. So I'm going to say the only thing that's right about this list, this leak, is Vega. It's Vega. Like, if Goken, Mike Hagar, and Tifa is really in the game, I will be surprised. But the only thing that's right about this leak is Vega. That's what I said on Twitter, too. Because, again, they're going backwards with the boss characters from Street Fighter 2. Akuma, Bison, Sagat, Season 4 Vega, Season 5 Balrog. Or they might put Balrog in Season 4, you know. Because, you know, it was leaked before that they said it was Vega, Makoto, Q, and Minot. And then it was one that had Vega, Sakura, Q, and Makoto. And now we got this leak thing, this picture right here, that it's these guys. But if Mike Hager is in it, oh yeah, it's going down. It's up. It's up with me. I'm going to beat people that have been training on Street Fighter 6. I said 5. Street Fighter 6 24/7. And I ain't been really in the lab at all in this game. Like, and that's the crazy part. I want to talk about that for a second. When you practice in a fighting game, and I'm going to go more in depth into this according to, you know, speaking about my project again. I'm going to go in depth into this when we get to fighting games. But when you practice in fighting games, right, you in the lab, you don't need to like be in the lab to 10 to 12 hours a day to get your point across, to feel like, oh, I need to do this in order to like master everything. No, you're only going to master mainly is the combos that you do. But however, you might not even do all those combos that you learn for 12 hours straight in a real match, because you're forgetting one component about being a fighting game player. Condition your opponent so you can do these combos. See, the thing about it is, and the problem with Western FGC is, y'all all about hype and flash, but no substance. Cheap hype and no substance. Y'all want to do things to please the spectators. But the spectators are, you know, they don't, I mean, they buy tickets to see you play, but they need to expect there has to be some strategies within your play. There are strategies for you to win. But if you want to go out there and practice the same combo for 12 hours straight and lose, that's a you problem. Don't care about what other people think about how you play. And that's the problem with American FGC. They care about people that are scared to pick up a controller to play of what they think. Bump those jabronis. Okay? And you can tell them I'll say it in their face. The thing is, you got to worry about yourself, and you got to worry about what works against the opponent that you, I would say you can beat. Because, you know, the skill ceiling is very low in modern day fighting games, you know. But you have to know, you have to condition your opponent to get those combos off, or to get a certain setup that you made up on your own off. You can't just go, and we're talking about Street Fighter 6 here. You can't just drive rush your way to victory all the time. If you can do that, that means your opponent didn't really know the matchup or how to deal with it. But you know, if you want to run and do drive rush all day and thinking that's gonna give you a championship, you know, ring or trophy, then you are sadly mistaken. You're gonna have to try something else and then go back to what you already know. Sometimes doing random stuff will throw the opponent off, and it can condition them to where, oh man, I never seen this player, you know, with this character before. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. That's your chance to strike and do the combo you learned 12 hours straight. But in actuality, you don't need to practice for 12 hours. There's people that practice an hour, shoot, sometimes 30 minutes, and they win tournaments. They win tournaments. They don't practice all day. They got other stuff to do. They got other responsibilities. You know, you out here practicing the same combo or the same, you know, scenario over and over for 12 hours straight, and you haven't even showered. That Japanese player that you're trying to beat, he only practiced for an hour. And he ain't worried about nothing because he has the mindset that he's going to win this tournament. And he's going to beat you while doing it. Mr. I'll practice for 12 hours. No, you practice for 12 hours to lose. To lose. See, this is the problem where I have with online gameplay. Y'all have this skewed mindset that whatever you do online, it translates to offline. No, it doesn't. I'm here to tell you young bucks out there, no, it doesn't. Online is a different ball game than offline. Y'all swear up and down y'all the best players in the world, but when y'all go to a tournament and go 0-2, now you looking stupid. Spend all your money just to go 0-2 in the first round or second round. Didn't even make it out of pool. But there was tournaments I didn't make it out of pools twice. It happened to me twice, but I never went 0-2. I'm gonna get 1-2. I'm gonna get a W or a 2-2. You know, that happened to me before, but I never went 0-2. I'm gonna get a W. Okay. But yeah, man, you don't have to practice all day. You really don't. You do not have to play a fighting game all day. Just break them down in sections of what you want to like master and what you want to train into, so you can remember what the opponent might do and be like, oh, wait, how can I avoid this? And how can I counter it? Whatever scenario it is you have against your opponent, what can I do to avoid this and what can I do to counter it? And all you got to do is just do some reps, just like how I do, you know, how you rep when you work out. Hopefully y'all working out in the gym. When you lift weights, give you about 30, 45 minutes. You good. You don't have to practice, you know, 12 hours straight and you ain't been outside. Now I can understand you probably doing live streams, you know, even doing subathons, because a lot of these streamers are doing subathons right now, 24 hours. I'm not doing that, okay? I'm not doing that, you know. I don't care if it would bring me more viewers of doing that, because there are some cases where people that usually don't get that many viewers on Twitch do 24-hour streams and they get more followers that way. Just by sleeping. I'm not doing that. Okay? Y'all gonna have to show me support when I'm awake. Alright? Not when y'all hearing me snore for 6 hours. Or 7 hours, you know, depending on how I sleep. That's ridiculous. Alright? That is ridiculous. But that's what it's come to, man. But yeah, about, you know, Street Fighter 6. I hope this leak ain't true. You know what I'm saying? And like I said again, you know, the only right thing about this leak is Vega. You know. But I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't mind Mike Hager. I'd rather have Cody and Guy. But I wouldn't mind Mike Hager. Okay? Wouldn't mind it. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about for this stream. Just thinking out loud to what what we talked about here, and making up for the time that I did not spend with y'all not streaming last Wednesday. But yeah, I'm wrapping this up. For the Twitch people, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm going to play tomorrow. Might be Marvel Rivals, might be some Pragmata, if y'all down with that, to see me do what I do. But we'll see tomorrow. Other than that, the YouTube side of the game, hey, I got some videos for y'all this week. And hopefully y'all enjoy them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all stay safe out there. Blessings to y'all. And I'm out, bruh. Take it easy.